Hey everybody, Darth Asen here again. As everybody probably knows, that there was a small movie came out yesterday, Ant-Man. Now I've been waiting for this movie for a long time. I've been waiting for this movie since the start of the MCU. Like I really thought like this was going to be the start of the Avengers. As a lot of you probably do not know, I'm sure there are a lot that do, but to explain something to some people. Um, Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne were actually the founding members of the Avengers. They started it. Actually, Boss, Janet Van Dyne, actually was the one that came up with the name of the Avengers. So I've been waiting for Ant-Man for years. And finally we have it, an Ant-Man movie. Now, this was a great addition for the MCU. I have no complaints for it. I loved it. I love the fact that they used the Scott Lang story, which was, there's been quite a few people that played Ant-Man over the years, but Scott Lang and Hank Pym were the two more prominent ones. Hank Pym being the one that invented the suit and the Pym particles and everything, and Scott Lang who ended up inheriting it later. But I like what they did. They didn't do this whole big weird story. It's gonna take like 4 or 5 movies to get involved. No, they did it. It's like boom, you're in the middle of it. You get Scott Lang, ex crook and criminal, goes to steal the suit, just like in the comics. He steals the Ant-Man suit, realizes what it is. He takes it back. Then Hank Pym actually recruits him and actually was been following him for a while, I guess. And instead of Michael Douglas being Ant-Man, Hank Pym Ant-Man, they did like a little backstory instead of just like starting like a whole movie from scratch. They just worked it into where like he was Ant-Man like back in the day, like during the Cold War era and so on. And that's what they did with Wasp too, because she's not in the movie, but she's really quite well mentioned in a section of the movie. I'll get to that in the spoiler section after all this. Um, uh, Evangelina Lilly playing Hope Van Dyne, his daughter, Hank Pym's daughter. She did great. Uh, more to that, I'll tell you a little later. Um, Michael Douglas playing Hank Pym nailed it. Hit the ball out of the ballpark. It was amazing. Scott Lang, Paul Rudd. Kind of a long shot for Paul Rudd because everybody's so used to him being like a sarcastic comedian in funny movies and comedic stuff. But this is a real swing for him, and I liked it. He played a serious role. He had his little moments here and there. Typical Paul Rudd, funny, little sarcastic moments in it, but it worked. Um, the cast was great. Everybody was great. The premise of the story is Hank Pym allows the suit be stolen from him. Kind of baited Hank Pym and because following him and everything, trying to get him to get the suit so he could give it a trial run, so to say. And that's most of the movie. Special effects were amazing. So far, what I read online that they actually did something new. I'm not 100% because I'm not a really big special effects person, which you've probably seen from my videos. That they did something new, and I like the way they shrunk him down and he regrew. It was like the silhouette effect, like you see. It was just amazing. It's hard to explain. And now for the spoiler part. Okay. I told you, he was, that Hank Pym was trying to recruit and following Scott Lang to bring him, which is true. But the reason being was because, Cross, the, main bad guy of the movie, kinda, Yellow Jacket, he, didn't really steal, but actually learned the Pym particles and learned how to shrink people. And then he created a suit and that was the Yellow Jacket suit. Well, Hank knew that this was a bad idea, just for all the effects and everything that's happened to him, and him losing his wife because of it. That's how come there's no Wasp in this movie. So yeah, he trained Paul Rudd's character into becoming the Ant-Man and learning, and the way they did the technology to control the ants was amazing too. It was like a little Bluetooth earpiece that controlled brainwaves. That was amazing. And what else? What else was there? Not gonna say everything, but the spoiler section that I'm on now, I am gonna say this is very, very Civil War leading movie. This was the start of the Civil War. There is a lot in this. You had Captain America did a cameo. You had Winter Soldier did a cameo. Falcon did a cameo. Peggy Carter, that lady played Agent Carter, was in it. The guy that played Howard Stark, not the younger one from the Captain America movies, the older one that played Howard Stark in Iron Man 2, the guy from Mad Men. I'm not sure of his name, but the guy from Mad Men who played Howard Stark in Iron Man 2, he was in it. At the end of the movie, there were some scenes, so they're more than likely going to be putting Wasp in Civil War, which I hope. You did see another suit. I'm not gonna say a lot, but there was another suit. And it also, they were working on a way to increase size. So hopefully by Civil War we'll see a Giant Man and Wasp. So that would be great. Now I'm looking forward to Civil War more than anything. Oh, and this one final point. There's 2 after credit scenes. So as soon as the movie's over, keep watching. I'm not going to mention. I'm not going to say that at all. You have to figure that out for yourself. But there's 2 after credit scenes, so you might as well just stay until the lights come back up. So overall, amazing movie, worth checking out. I'm definitely going to try to go see it again on Monday and let the crowd die down. Probably check out an early showing sometime, in the afternoon. But definitely going to go try to see it again. Anyway, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Anything else you might want to put in on the comments or anything. And I'll see you later for the next video. Bye.